Well, hello, students. Today is March 24th, and I'm reaching out to you from the classroom that I know none of you miss. You're all thoroughly enjoying your time at home, though the classroom does miss you. Hey, by the way, I do have a question for you. Think hard on this. Now, if you broke the law of gravity, would you get a suspended sentence? Aw, come on, smile, guys. I do appreciate you, and I appreciate your hard work so far at this point. Most of you are getting things turned in through Canvas or via email. Please feel free to email me. I will try my very best to get back with you. I know things are not perfect. We are all racing to adjust to this new mode of learning. As you may have heard now, we will be doing this and being outside of school and outside of the classroom until the 1st of May. So we're all going to get very creative here. Regardless, if you will be patient with me, I will be patient with you. Let me remind you, I am not out to get you. I am your number one fan outside of your own family. And I will keep all of this in mind as we progress forward in our learning here. To that end, a few items here. Let's start with some announcements. We're going to take a look at the whiteboard here. Well, hold on. I have my camera reversed. Hold on just a minute. We're going to see Mr. Wright is learning as he goes here. So, well, let me just tell you what announcements I have. First of all, for fourth term assignments so far, if you are sort of wondering where you're at, one, you should have taken the quiz on geologic time and the 6 kingdoms of life. I am in the process right now of entering those onto your grade. If you've not yet taken that, go ahead and take that. Get that into me. All right? You should also have the 4 spheres of the earth assignment done. Now, the 4 spheres of the earth is the geosphere. That's the solid part of the earth. The atmosphere, the gaseous part. It's what we breathe. The clouds are part of that. The hydrosphere, this is the liquid part, particularly water. It really is the water cycle, the water part of the earth. And then the biosphere, the life sphere. Everything we do, as you well know, is about life. So on this 4 spheres of the earth assignment, all I really wanted you to do is I wanted you to take a chance to go outside, around your house, around your neighborhood where you felt comfortable, and identify 3 things from each of those spheres. For example, the geosphere. If you identify the mountains, the dirt, a rock, those are 3 things that represent the geosphere. You could even said the earthquake that we just had. Earthquakes are caused by the geosphere, and we'll get a little bit more into that. As things go, you could have taken pictures of those things. You could have drawn them. You could have written it down and submitted it through Canvas or to my email. If you have not yet done that, it is due. Just get it to me, all right? Don't make it overly more complicated than it needs to be. But I do understand as we start this new way of learning that there are many questions we all have. The teachers that are putting these things together and you students that are now learning online. Now, for my master's, I did a lot of classes online, so I do recognize frustrations or how things work on your end, but I'm learning on the teacher end here. You should all be happy. I figured out how to post videos. Yay! All right. You also have another assignment that is due tomorrow, or Thursday, Thursday, March 26th, and that is a geosphere assignment on the 3 ways the inner Earth is heated. All right, this idea that Down below our feet is this hot molten mantle and a core that is as hot as the surface of our sun, approximately 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. If the Earth has been around for 4.5 billion years, what has caused the Earth over all that time to remain so hot? This will become very important to our big question on life, and important from this regard. The geosphere is the very first of all four Earth systems that came into being. It is the only sphere that existed 4.5 billion years ago. We had a hot, molten sphere, the Earth. That was the eon called the Hadean. And then as soon as that outer crust cooled down, then we entered a new eon of Earth history called the Archean. So this is right sort of where we're at in the course. And there are three major ways that the Earth has become heated and remains heated. A lot of the remains of the inner Earth being heated has a lot to do with radioactive decay. So your Canvas assignment, or a packet if you picked it up, really is telling me about those three ways of heating. The assignment sort of explains the three. Then I wanted you to produce something, a drawing, a cartoon, a video, whatever you want. Don't get too complicated, all right? We're not trying to frustrate you with really long assignments, but we do want to recognize that you understand what each of the three ways that inner Earth is heated. So provide me with something that shows me that you at least grasp that there are three different ways the inner Earth is heated. All right. Now, one other item you ought to be aware of is the Life Cycle of Stars picture books that we were all grading. You were helping me with. I was still receiving some of those. I've held on to those, and I'm putting them on your fourth-term grade. Now, if you've done that, that should very much help your grade right off the get-go. I was really impressed with a lot of these, and I'm going to be very merciful with these. I want it to be a help to you, not a drag on your grade. Now, if you have not turned that in, please turn it in. You can do it as a PowerPoint if you like and submit it to my email. All right. Now, to that end, there is an announcement here that I think you will find interesting. And this is called the Science Crusades. All the science teachers and all their classes here at Payson Junior are going to do this. And this is meant to be a fun competition. It's meant to offer a whole bunch of opportunities to win. Mrs. Anderson cleared this with the administration. We're going to give you some more information on this, but it's going to be between March 30th to April 15th. So that might involve some spring break. Again, this is to have fun, all right? It's an adventure scavenger hunt for fun challenges and making memories. We'll give you more information on this, but I think you will really enjoy this. Let me show you here. I've written some of this on the board, so hold on. So there's the Science Crusades. I hope that works. You can see it. And then here are the announcements, the four-term assignments so far. Tomorrow, you will receive another small assignment, but I don't think it's due till Monday, all right? Now, really quick here, let me talk to you just briefly about the geosphere. This is the new major group of puzzle pieces we're working on. First of all, I ought to remind you that the first big science puzzle piece grouping was the Big Bang. And it was governed by the Big Bang Theory, all right, which explains how the universe came into being. The second major set of puzzle pieces was about our solar system. and how it came into being, our sun and the planets, and getting right up to our Earth 4.5 billion years ago. The theory that governs that is the solar nebular theory. Now, the geosphere is the next major set of puzzle pieces. Now, we did do a smaller geologic time that is helping us to connect where we're at now to where we were previously. But the geosphere, this big grouping of puzzle pieces, is also governed by a theory. And many of you have heard of this theory. It is the theory of plate tectonics. And just so you know, that 5.7 magnitude earthquake last week and the few little aftershocks, been, I think, 3 major ones, a magnitude 4 and 2 4.6 magnitude. These earthquakes are created by the movement of tectonic plates. We are on the Wasatch Fault, which is where 2 different plates are sort of working with each other. Well, we'll get a little bit more into those type of plates, plate boundaries, the divergent plate boundary, convergent plate boundaries, and transform plate boundaries. But what we're doing right now with the geosphere is that, one, you realize it is the solid molten part of our Earth. Again, mountains, the dirt, the soil, the rock, the molten magma, lava, right down into the inner and outer cores of the Earth, made of iron and nickel. All of this solid piece is, well, it is what makes up the geosphere, all right? It is also the first one that was made 4.5 billion years ago. There was no life on this original geosphere of our Earth, no water, no atmosphere, not like we see today. So our big question is right now, how do we get from a geosphere that has no life, no atmosphere, no hydrosphere, to a planet today that has a geosphere with a livable atmosphere, incredible oceans and water, and we're infested with life, and here we be. So these next set of clues must be found within the geosphere itself. So to that end, to really be able to answer where the other spheres came from, we need to understand that the inner Earth is heated, it is hot, it is molten. And the 3 reasons why, which was the Canvas lesson. One of those we have now mentioned is radioactive decay, and that continues right now, up to now. And that has a lot to do with isotopes again. I want to show you a few notes here of what I just said. Here, hold on a minute. Okay, so geosphere, the solid molten part of the Earth, was the first of the 4 Earth spheres to be created 4.5 billion years ago. The interior of our Earth is very hot. The Earth's interior has been heated in 3 different ways, and it is layered. This is a density issue. Part of the Earth that is most dense is the solid iron-nickel core. And you remember that the Earth got layered as it formed up and was very molten, and we know that denser things moved to the center, and the densest element that was most common out of that supernova was iron and nickel, and that's why we have a solid iron-nickel core with a little bit liquid iron-nickel core moving around it, and that creates a magnetic field for the Earth. All right, to that end, I hope that does answer some questions. Again, any questions you have, please get a hold of me through email. If you're getting frustrated, get a hold of me in email. If you're not understanding something, do the same. I'm here for you. And again, if you'll be patient with me, I will absolutely be patient with you guys. I want this to be a successful thing. We know that there's a lot of stress going on right now, a lot of unknowns. Life will be good. Life always prevails. That's one lesson that geologic time has taught us, and it will continue as such. try to find things that you enjoy. And some of the assignments that we do, including this Science Crusade, is meant to help entertain you, help you to enjoy things, and to find some fun in all that is going on. Science truly is a fun thing. I enjoy it very much, and we want you to find, as spring is occurring right now, that everything is waking up, that it's beautiful what's going on, it's beautiful what's coming with spring, and we can get through anything, particularly together. All right, students, hang in there. I appreciate and am so impressed with everything you guys have done. Hang in there, and remember to log into Canvas tomorrow. If you can get Chromebooks here at the school, you can check them out. And I do provide some hard copy material at the office if you really need that. All right? Take care, guys. God bless. Thank you.